Well, this is the first time I've been talking about the Falcons this whole fucking season, and it's for a good reason. I've just been chilling and watching the game, seeing how the Falcons have been doing. 0-1 against Pittsburgh, 1-1 beating Philadelphia, losing against Kansas City, beating New Orleans, beating Tampa Bay, beating Carolina, losing against Seattle, and then beating Tampa Bay. And Kirk Cousins has at least gone over 200 yards consecutively the past ever since game one. His first game, he went 155. Ever since then, he's been over 200 yards. And it seems like all the receivers are starting to click now in this offensive system. Let's not get confused. This team still has problems. I like what Raheem Morris is doing with the coaching system and how he's playing with the team because it's clearly working. The team is scoring points. 18, 10 in the first game, 22, 17, 26, 36, 38, 34, 31. Sorry, 14 against Seattle. But we're consecutively scoring points. And Tampa Bay's defense is not that bad. Let me not say that. It is good, but it's not that bad. But I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. The next stretch of games is gonna be a very interesting one. Next game is gonna be against Dallas this Sunday at Dallas. Dallas just barely lost against the 49ers, but can we really say the 49ers are actually a good team anymore? Yeah, I probably still consider the 49ers to be a good team. Then we play New Orleans at New Orleans. And this is going to be a game that's going to be very interesting for two determining factors. Derek Carr should be back by then. Will Chris Olave be back? Will Rashid Shaheed be back? Will the defense be back for the Saints? That's going to be another interesting one. And this one is going to be the one I feel like it's going to be a shock loss for us. Denver at Denver. We all know Sean Payton. We all know Sean Payton's familiar with this Atlanta team. Now, he's not familiar with how the Atlanta team is run now, but he's still familiar with the team and how they are in general, how the team is. And I feel like it's going to be a game where we're going to have to go up perform because I would want to beat our rival of our former head coach. Sorry, our rival's former head coach. No matter if he's still coaching the Saints or not, he still was a rival to us. And let's just say this. What he's doing with that Denver defense, it's going to be a very tough time scoring points against that Sean Payton defense. And then the rest of the games goes as followed. Los Angeles, is it John Harbaugh? I get confused. I don't really know about the brothers. Los Angeles, Minnesota's going to be an interesting one. Vegas should be a win. Giants a win. I thought Washington would be a win, but we see what Washington's doing right now. And then Carolina at the end of the season. So right now, the Falcons at this current moment are 5-3. 5-3. If I take a look at the rest of the games, Dallas, I think that's going to be a loss, 5-4. New Orleans, 6-4, win. 6-5, loss against Denver. Then we head to the bye week at 6-5. 6 games left. Los Angeles, I think that's going to be a loss, 6-6. Minnesota, 7-6. Las Vegas, 8-6. New York, 9-6. Washington, 9-7. Carolina, 10-7. That is how I think the Atlanta team is going to finish. Now, obviously, a lot of these games can change because this NFL season has been absolutely weird. But I still expect this offense to do well. But the one part I worry about is the defense. If we come against a good scoring offensive team and this defense against a good scoring offensive team, look what we did. Look what happened to Seattle. Seattle is a good scoring offensive team. I believe Seattle has the number one passing offense in the whole of the NFL. They scored 34 on us, and we only scored 14. And if I look at scoring offenses, Dallas has a good offense, so that's going to be an interesting one. They can't run the ball, but they can definitely pass on us. And we saw what Seattle did to us with the passing offense. New Orleans, no. Denver, now Denver's another one I say you'd be shocked because I never thought Bo Nix would be a passing guy. But look what he did yesterday. Look what Bo Nix did yesterday. So I don't know about Denver. Los Angeles, It's Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's going to have a good offense. Jim Harbaugh's going to know how to run the fucking ball. I expect us to lose that game. Minnesota, if we catch Sam Darnold on a good day, we're losing. If we catch Sam Darnold on a bad day, we're going to win. Las Vegas, win. New York Giants, win. Washington has a very good fucking offense. I mean, Jaden Daniels is a high chance for Rookie of the Year for this year. So Washington's going to win that. And then against Carolina. If Bryce Young or Andy Dalton's going to be started, that's going to be a win for the Falcons. But at least towards the end of the season, I expect the Falcons to finish with at least 10 wins. And if it's anything less than that, if it's like a 9-8 win season, as long as we still win the division, I will still take that. If we get more wins than that, I highly doubt it because I don't really see us beating Dallas. I don't really see us beating Denver. I don't really see us beating Los Angeles. And I don't see us beating Washington with the way Washington's momentum is going. Like, if that momentum stops, like, week 13 and they start losing again, then we can talk about that. But that's a long head of time. The next 3 games is the ones I'm going to be looking at. Dallas, New Orleans, Denver. Dallas, offense. New Orleans, team rival. Denver, definitely going to be a defensive game. So I really like what I forgot the coach's name, Raheem Morris is doing with his team when it comes to offense. But some of the things I look at the defense just got to change because you guys got to also look at, yes, we did beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers both times, but if we look at both games, the first game went into overtime and Tampa Bay didn't really have a chance to come back and score. This game, Tampa Bay was missing their 2 best offensive weapons, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and we won by 5. I wouldn't be happy with that. Like, I still take it as a win, but winning by 5 when this team were playing against a team that lost their 2 best offensive weapons and they still kept it to within 5 and could actually possibly made it even closer. I just don't know about that. And then Seattle losing. Seattle should be a game that we're winning. Carolina, easy win. New Orleans, close game. Kansas City, I expected us to lose that game. Philadelphia was a shocking win. And then Pittsburgh, I didn't really know what's going on with Pittsburgh. So every game really this season, besides 2 are games I expected to happen. I didn't expect us to be Philly. I expected us to lose to Kansas City. Expected us to beat New Orleans. Tampa Bay, Carolina, expected. Seattle, not really. And then Tampa Bay again. I expected us to lose one of these games against Tampa Bay, and I honestly feel like we should have lost the first game against Tampa Bay because I feel like if Tampa Bay had come back and got a chance, and they actually did the playoff rules in the regular season, Tampa Bay would have came back and Baker Mayfield would have done well because at the time he had Chris Godwin, at the time he had Chris Evans, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin. But now that is something that we cannot look back at. We have to focus on the future. What's happened in the past happened. We are 5-3 currently right now. We are the favorites to win the NFC South. But at this moment right now, unless this team can chirp on defense, I see us winning the division. I see us getting a playoff spot, but I don't see us going that far. Really, because it's defense. This defense, if we come against a high-powered offense that knows how to score, we can't stop them. We gave up the 34 to Seattle, to Geno Smith. That's self-explanatory. We gave 34 to Geno fucking Smith. I don't really know what to say, but it's a very weird season for Atlanta Falcons. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion on it, but I want to know your guys' opinions on comments down below, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.